What's up, guys?
Hi,
I'm Albert.
I'm Ryan.
On this episode of Blood Brews, we looked up what the scariest movie of all time was. And based on the Science of Scare study done in I don't remember, it's either Canada or Britannia or wherever the fuck it was.
Europe?
Yeah. They decided
like
what the scariest movie was, and that's what we're watching tonight.
And they based it off of heart rates.
Yes.
So whatever made people have heart attacks the most.
Sort of.
Of what raised their blood pressure. I don't know.
So, grab a drink and join us on this episode of Blood and Brews.
Blood and Brews.
Alright, so tonight we're going to throw in some shots to get us extra saucy for this review. I feel like we need to be extra, and we're doing Screwball Peanut Butter Whiskey.
Ooh.
Are you guys ready?
Peanut butter whiskey.
Oh,
Smells like
shit.
peanut butter.
I like it.
It smells like whiskey.
Oh, jeez. Peanut butter cup.
Oh, it's fucking gross. Alright. So.
I liked it.
Yeah?
That's pretty good, but just...
Surprise, motherfuckers!
Tonight's flick...
Sinister.
Training Day.
A 2012 horror thriller starring Ethan Hawke.
Juliet Reliance.
And what is it? Fred Dalton?
Dalton.
And I want to say it's produced by Blumhouse. I feel like the kids in this movie did a really good job. Whenever kids do a good job at acting and carrying a film, to me, that's impressive because they're little kids.
That's my biggest fear of having a child, is having them paint scary things on my walls.
And also popping out of boxes, I guess.
Well, this movie was about a true crime author.
Yes.
That moved into the house of a murder scene and became the forefront of the next murder.
Okay. So an author moves into this house, right? And he has these weird occurrences start to happen. He finds these spools of video film that are in his attic, and he starts watching them, and they happen to be these snuff films.
Would you watch them if they were in your attic?
Fuck yeah, I'd watch them. I'd be curious.
How many
I
times?
Know. All the time.
More than once?
Multiple times. Would you recommend this to someone else?
I definitely would recommend this movie to somebody else. It was entertaining. I think it was a little overhyped as being the scariest. It was low budget with a very nice camera.
Yeah, but that snuff film feel with that score behind it,
the score, man,
just made you feel like this grossness that I think hits a lot of people, and I think that's why it's considered one of the scariest movies.
Honestly, Ethan Hawke carried it, just like you guys said.
Okay. So you like Ethan Hawke?
He's a very convincing actor. I feel like he does a good job at drawing you into just I even noticed myself watching the movie at one point. It wasn't like I was watching somebody act, or even though I could tell he was acting, but it was I was drawn to just watch him live through this scenario.
Okay.
It's pretty interesting.
Now, what was your opinion of the bad guy in the film, Bagul? The child-eating demon.
I feel like they should have showed him a little bit more. They showed him too little, and it was more like the Boogie, Mr. Boogie. He had no mouth. But they definitely...
What do you mean he's more like Mr. Boogie?
That's what the kids drew in the pictures, and his name was Mr. Boogie.
That's true, but...
The Boogie Man.
It was Bagul. And I thought it was pretty creepy. I mean, when they showed that camera footage where they caught him in a certain part, in the bushes or by the pool after all those people were drowned,
Ethan?
That was fucking creepy. And even, just the whole vibe of that feeling when he sees that on the film. It's fucking creepy as fuck.
Ethan Hawke just reminded me of me when I get a hold of Jameson or a good scotch.
He was drinking whiskey throughout the whole movie, I think.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Might have been part of the problem. So,
This
is the portion where we talk about some facts that you may not know about the film. C. Robert Cargill co-wrote the script after watching The Ring and having a nightmare about finding old murder films
in his attic.
You
stole my line, you fucking...
I mean, that's pretty fucking creepy in itself. I mean, I don't want to have fucking nightmares.
Next one. The director's son had real-life night terrors, and the scene where the kid is coming out of the box is drawn from real life. I thought that was pretty freaky.
Yeah. All right, what's the third one?
The child actors who played Mr. Boogie's ghost entourage could be heard on set comparing the roles and talking about how cool the ghost kids were.
Yeah. I feel like the ghost kids did well.
They were pretty good.
Yeah.
But it was like too obvious they were ghost kids because it's a movie.
Fucking ghost kids. Alright. Fourth, Bagul is not a real pagan god, but is said to be molded after Moloch, the Canaanite deity of child sacrifice. So that's kind of creepy. I mean, this is kind of based on a real fucking thing.
The Canaanites from the Bible?
Yeah.
That's kind of freaky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Is that real?
You know what? No, sorry. Hit me
How
again.
high are you right now?
The beer of the night is Revision 87 knots. Another Northeastern Hazy IPA. 6.7% alcohol, 42 IBUs. Passion fruit, mango. Pretty decent beer. What do you think, Albert?
I really liked this beer. I think I would give it a 7 out of 10.
It's pretty good.
I like the smell, the taste, the heft of it.
I can smell it from here.
It reminds me of my favorite hazies, which, I mean, I'm super into right now, especially because of the heat in the summer. It's fucking gross.
There's still beer in there.
Yeah, it's crisp. I like it.
Cheers. So, based on what Albert said, that this was the scariest movie, I was legitimately like a little bit worried. Like, what is this movie going to be about? Because I had no idea. Not very scary. There was a few scenes that were like, oh, but I mean, come on.
Thank you for watching this episode
Of Blood and Brews.
Yes.
We appreciate the support.
Exactly. And don't forget to
Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. If you want to watch more foolish beer horror film reviews.
We drank a little bit more than planned tonight. So,
You guys ever watch that show Drunk History?
thank you for sticking with us. I know it's been a little rough, but
Thanks for hanging in there. Hopefully we got some laughs for you guys.
our beer was tasty.
I don't know how I'm getting